Hello everybody, welcome back. We are here on the last video for the Alpha to Omega series. That doesn't mean we're done with these characters though. We have a long journey ahead of us. Tech 8, 9, and 10 allow you access to so much content that an alpha could never run, especially not by themselves. So we'll be covering those kind of things as we go along, how we're making our money, how we're maintaining, Omega every month, the upgrades we do to our ships as we go along if we need to. There's still a lot to go. The time it has taken us to go from Tech 1, or Tech 0, I guess if you want to call it that, up to the end of our journey here is currently, what is that? Employment, 189 days. Realistically, I actually have something like, what is it? Like 20 or so days left. It's like 20 days. But I'm pretty tired of being an alpha pilot. I'm tired of not having skills. I'm tired of losing out on content. This has been a really good journey, and I think it's shown the safest and easiest way to go about how to set up your account and get ready for that first initial month of Omega. So, what we're gonna do today... Yeah, there we are. Thank you for the subscription, Jitter. I really appreciate that before the stream even started. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna go ahead and upgrade our Concord Pass. So we've been utilizing the Concord Pass for our income. The Concord Pass is not done. We can get a lot more out of it. But, because we were Alpha until we were ready to be Omega, we had restrictions that I personally placed on us, meaning that we couldn't make any external purchases, or we couldn't do some other things. And so, now that we're ready to step into Omega, I want to start this account off correctly. And that is spending a little bit of money, but we already have Omega. So what do you spend your money on in order to get the best advantage? Well, the Concord Pass is going to be your best advantage. You're going to get a huge amount of income from it because of this extra amount of Concord points. You're also going to get an immense amount of skill points to use on those battleship skills that we're going to need. I believe we also get access to a battleship a battleship nanocore here, which I'm really thinking I want to take that, and I want to go into, like, some other ship. Yes, thank you for the congratulations. It all comes down to you guys. You guys being here and supporting me, sharing the stream with friends and people that you know. It's just awesome. I could not have thanked you guys enough for the support that you have given me. we'll talk about the subscriber stuff and monetization of the channel on Twitch for in a bit, but I want to cover the alphas first. Thank you, Jenner, for all the subscriptions to everybody. They certainly deserve it as well for being here and just supporting. I feel like you should be the streamer, Jenner. With how much you've got going on in the background here. Wow, just amazing. Amazing work. So, I want to go over what we're going to do with the alphas, and where to get started, and then we'll get into, like, talking about the monetization. Alright, so we can go for a lot of options here. Something like an industrial ship clear sky, Nanocore might be useful to us, but not very. It would allow us to cover, like, AI mining and things like that on the Procurer or the Covenant. That would be a really good option. We could also go for, like, a faction frigate Nanocore, like the Trailblazer on the Astero, which will give us really good scan resolution. We're also going to be able to get, like, warp speed and scan resonance. I think that could be a really good option. We could use the Astero for, like, wave graphs and things like that. That would be a great thing to step into for us. So I'm gonna hold on to this, Nanocore Optbox for a while, until we decide what we really want to do with it. So, I have already gone through and done the Aurum on my account. We're gonna go ahead and get those 10 levels for a couple of reasons. The reasons that we're getting the upgraded pass rather than just the regular advanced pass is we did not quite make the 500 million ISK per character that I really wanted to, along with the Rattlesnake went up in cost by about 500 million ISK. So if I come over here, and I go to the ships and go to the battleships, under faction battleships we can go to Rattlesnake, and you can see it's sitting about 2.9 billion now, almost 3 billion. A little unfortunate. I was really hoping it would stay somewhere around that 2.4 or 2.5 billion range. But this current event has really improved people's interest in the Rattlesnake. So, we're gonna have to pay a little bit of a premium. But once we're Omega, we can also check, contracts and things, which we might be able to find a Rattlesnake for a cheaper cost on a contract. We'll see what happens. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this on all 3 characters. Yeah, the Rattlesnake went up by 500 million ISK since we originally decided on it. Alright, so we are now at past 29, which next week we'll get that last thing here. We're gonna hit claim all. And so we're going to get a bunch of these Nanocore training boxes. We're going to get 2.2 million skill points. We're going to get 48,000 Concord credits. 200 IP, that's nice to have. And 10 of these blue refactoring things for our Nanocore. We're also going to go ahead and do our challenge exception here because we made points. Let's go back in there. Sometimes it glitches out like that. You can see here we're going to get another 2 levels, which puts us at that Nanocore and a few extra points. So now we're sitting on a Concord Pass Nanocore Opt supply box, which we can choose any of these supply boxes, and within those supply boxes we can choose like Trailblazer, Ascension, or Clear Sky. And under there you can choose whichever one you want. So we're going to hold on to that. And we're going to definitely use that to our advantage. Okay. Let's go ahead and get as many of these deluxe supply crates as we can. The Concord Pass Nanocore Material Deluxe Supply. Ah, nice, Ism. Engineer, you've spent so much on this event, good lord. I swear you should be the streamer. Alright, let's see. How many boxes are we gonna get for 67,000? Oh, we're about 200 credits short. Okay, so we're gonna get 27 boxes. And this one, we can get 28 boxes. Because we're at 67,200. See, we planned on all this. Trying to beat that income here. We also have a few rewards as well. We're gonna get 40,000 extra points for activating the Elite Concord Pass. How amazing is that? Okay, so let's go back to our Concord Pass. We're pretty much gonna use this to fuel our account for a little while. Let's go ahead and get more of those Concord Pass Deluxe supplies. What did we say? We had 28. We're gonna get another 17. We're 800 short on that one, so we're gonna get 16 on that, and that puts all of them at exactly the same. Awesome. Let's go ahead and go into our boxes here. We're gonna grab this one here. We are also going to grab our 44 crates. We're unable to put all of that in our hangar. It's too bad I can't drop everything in the drone bay. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this a little different. We're gonna have to open these crates. We're gonna grab that and that. And we're also going to open our offense nanocore, I think is the offense materials. There's definitely a chance that these offense materials could run out of buy orders. Okay, so nothing to stack. Let's check the buy orders real quick. Oh no, we're fine. 370,000. Which is really bad. But we got like 4,000 of these things. Let's see, is there anything else I need to grab? Because we got the rattlesnake nanocore over here. Let's go ahead and move that to the prophecy. We're gonna drag a bunch of stuff over to Gina, I think. Actually, we'll just bring the rattlesnake over here once we're done fitting it. I also want to check on the defense. The industry, not defense. Let's see what the buy orders are like for this. About 400. That's pretty good. So we'll do another industry box on each of these. And make sure we grab everything. I'm gonna go ahead and hit stack all as well. Gives you an idea, we're gonna get somewhere around like 3 billion ISK out of all this. Make sure we don't have anything else we need to move. Okay, I think we're good. So if you imagine that we had been
Autopilot engaged.
buying this
Undocking.
Concord Pass every month, we'd be making like 4 billion ISK a month from day one. It's really, really good.
Warp drive active.
So speaking of monetization, while we're doing this, I'm not gonna do any ads or anything on Twitch. I'm not gonna put any ads or monetization on YouTube. I pretty much am only gonna have the subscriber, um, monetization and, like, bits for donations. I do not intend right now to have any extra, things that you can do for being a subscriber or for being, for donating or whatever. I find that stuff can get very in the way of a stream and annoying. But the way I look at this monetization, it's like if a pizza guy brings you some food and a drink, you have the option to help him out by giving a tip. And that's the way I see it. You shouldn't have to do it, and it should never be in your face. My intention with this monetization, that now that we have it, is that I want to use it to put back into the channel and be able to provide, like, new content on day one when it drops, like I have been, as much as possible where I can. And maybe we'll do, like, one subscriber only stream a year. Maybe. But I really want my channel to be open to all people as often as possible. And so I just don't look at subscriber only streams and things like that as a good thing to do other than just to recognize those people who are helping my channel grow. So I really do thank you all so much for all the support that you've given me and all the help that you've been. I would not be here without you, and certainly I never expected that I'd be in a position to have any sort of monetization. I started this channel thinking that I'd maybe have 3 people wanting to watch what I do, or even just listen to me talk. This has been such a great and amazing experience to be around you guys and be able to provide content for you guys as well. I'm just so thankful. I think that pretty much covers my thoughts on it. I'm never going to require you guys to provide any donations or subscriptions. My channel is pretty much going to remain the same as it is, where I'm going to be providing day one content that I'm interested in no matter what. I'm going to be sharing what I'm doing as I go, trying to help you guys as much as possible with, like, Dormant Realms. Maybe in the future we can look at, like, a corporation or something. Could be really good to have. But yeah, I just kind of view subscriptions and donations in general as a way, my personal feeling is it's a way to support your streamer and for that streamer to provide better content or more content. Not so much so you can have the little trinkets and things like special avatars and stuff like that. So thank you all so much. I cannot thank you enough. Let me get back to the alphas. Alright, so now that we're here in Jedha, let's go ahead and move our materials over to the item hanger. And we're gonna go ahead and sell this stuff. So we've got these going for about 926, 18%. Yeah, that's okay. These are a little bit low. I should definitely go for higher. Maybe I should put these up for like 500 million or something, or 500,000. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's not the best. How many of these are being bought? Okay, so before we lose our opportunity here, we are at 3 billion ISK. We are actually at 3.1 billion ISK, so we're really right on the rocky edge of being able to afford one of these battleships. Okay, so where are we at on the lowest character we have? 3,500,000,000. Very nice. That solved that character's problem. Let's go ahead and sell that. %42 is a little low. I don't really need to be that low, but 100 at 2.6? But I'd have to take it over to Augerveen. Where is that? 12 jumps away. I don't know if I want to do that. We're gonna go with 2,000,000. $800,000. Oh, whoa, that's... That ain't it. There we go. Jinner's been spending a lot of time in high-sec recently. Okay, so that character will be waiting on its sale of items. We'll see what happens with it. So let's get our hands on a couple of rattlesnakes already. We're gonna go pretty quick through this here, because I need to buy them quickly. Okay, so we now have access to our rattlesnakes. Still waiting on that character to sell some of its materials. We'll probably change a few buy orders. $386 and $384, $382. Someone should buy that pretty quick. Let's go ahead. We will activate our Omega, which means we gotta come down here to the store. We're gonna go to regular sales, I believe it is, and then Omega. We're gonna change it over to Flex. 170 Flex is what we made in our first 75 days. And we're gonna use that to pay for our first month of Omega. Oh, where the heck did it go? Right, we are now Omega for the first time. We are also at tech level 8. Yep, we are finally there. We've made it. We did it. We went through Tech 1 all the way to Tech 8 as an alpha. We flew ships in all sizes and forms. We flew frigates, destroyers, cruisers, and battle cruisers, with or without the skills. We made our month of Omega in the first 75 days, and from there we have just been working on making enough to buy a rattlesnake, which we have a rattlesnake day 1. How many people can say that they own a rattlesnake on day 1 of Tech 8? Not many. Not many at all. I am so excited to get into a battleship after all this time. So you'll see here you have access to battle cruisers, and it doesn't really say anything about battleships. But we should now also have another thing here. We should also have access to large weapon skills. So, let's check on that. Let's also check on our skill reset. We're gonna reset almost everything except for cruiser defense, battle cruiser defense, railgun, cannon. We'll keep our missile skills. We'll keep our drone skills. Yeah, you see that? 30 million lazarite? Isn't that insane that this is what you kinda access this with? Afterburner micro-warp drive engine. Armor, armor, armor. Defense skills. Engineering. Gonna keep all that. Small cannon. Keep all missiles, keep all drones. Decomposer. Cruiser, mining, Commodore. I think I still need to reset some skills here. The engineering skills. Yeah, 30 million lazarite helps us so much. It's insane. What's interesting to note here, look at the skill point difference between this character over here on the right, which has 7.6 million, versus the other two, which are just about 7 million. At some point, I don't know when it was, but there was like 2 different events that gave like 200,000 skill points as a reward, or as like a forgiveness reward, and somehow only one of my 3 characters actually got it. Whether it be that I logged in only on that character, but it's unlikely. I usually log into all 3 alphas at the same time. So somehow it's just ended up with an extra 500,000 skill points. Somewhere. Alright, we're gonna use this to go into Battleship Command. You see it says Tech Level 8 required. We meet those requirements. I'm gonna go ahead and get to level 4 here. And I'm pretty sure we're also going to need... I need to pull up the skills. Advanced Large Drone and Advanced Battleship Command. Okay. So we need Advanced Battleship Command. So we're going to spend a little bit of ISK. But I think we'll be able to put this at, like, level 5. Because that's what I really want to do. We also need Advanced Large Drone Operation for our rattlesnake. So we'll start with that. So large drone operation. An advanced large drone operation. We'll use a little bit more ISK for that. We're going to put level 4 here. And I think we'll put level 4 here. I'd really like to have had level 5, and we can do it. But that means we won't have our large drone upgrade skill. Or our engineering. So I'm gonna go like 4-4 on everything here. We only go to level 4 on the base one because that's what allows us to move into the next skill. And we can come back and train that level 5 skill if we need to. Okay, so we've got our things here. We could go into missile skills, but I don't really want to do that right now. I'd rather have battleship engineering at least level 4. It's going to be a really nice increase. Debating on whether I want to go higher on the battleship engineering, though. We've got enough to do it, so why don't we? We'll also check out battleship defense. All the way down here near the middle bottom. The missiles on the Rattlesnake will help us clear out some smaller, faster targets. But we don't often run into those kind of targets. Okay, so we've got 4-4 on pretty much all the important stuff. Let's go back to our missiles here, now that we've done all that. We need large torpedo, missile torpedo operation, and then we need large missile torpedo upgrade. That puts it in a little bit of a tough spot for the next one. So we'll just get as best as we can. Level 3 is okay. Okay, so that is all the skills that we're going to be going for our Rattlesnake. It leaves us in a little bit of a tight spot. In terms of ISK. To fit this Rattlesnake. So you can see here we're at level 4 on Advanced Large Drone and level 5 on Advanced Battleship Command. The reason I chose to go with the level 5 on the Advanced Battleship Command is for the extra 4% shield resistance. It makes a difference having that extra survivability, even though we're losing out on damage by not going for our drone damage. We can skill into that still. We have a completely empty ship as well. Means we're gonna have to get our hands on some rigs. I was really hoping to have a little bit more, like 500,000 more ISK to my name. but that's okay. Alright, let's see here. We'll keep this screen up while we go through the skills again on all three of our characters. Battleship Command. Like I said, we go 4 and then 5. This will be important for us as we go. The more battleships we can fly and have access to, the better off we'll be. Oh no. Yeah, getting neutered by an elite battleship it hurts. Maintenance. Let's go and get our drone operation first. So I went with level 4 here. Let's go for Battleship Engineering. Battleship Defense. And then we'll go into our missiles again. The basic level of Battleship Defense is really bad. It's only once you start getting into these, the advanced skill for it, you have a lot better time. Okay, so what else do I have here? Let me check. So I have Battleship Command, Battleship Defense, Battleship Engineering, Target Management. Okay. Did I go into missiles at all yet? Yes, large missile 4 and 3. Couldn't quite do it. Okay. So, a little low on skill points here. That's okay. I think I'll reset that missile so I can get some more... I guess I don't need any of these, because they don't help me. I guess I should really just reset those. They will only help me later on. Go back into our weapons. We have 1.7 million. Can I finish off Advanced Large Drone Operation? That would be really nice if I could. No, I'm not even close. So we'll do our missile skills. What else do we have access to? Extra drone command range. Drone flight velocity would be good. Drone damage is good, but I just don't have that kind of money to throw away right now. I guess we'll just put it straight into the level 5. And on next Concord Pass, we should be able to finish that off. Let me reset... No. We're fine. Go back into our drone skills. And put it toward level 5. Cool. There's a lot to be doing here today. We're just gonna work our way through it. It's a little bit of a trudge to get through it. Just check our events real quick. Oh look, some lucky points. I'll take it. Nice. We got some extra stuff there. And we can start training into large drone operation. And I need... What do I need? I need to finish this off. Gives me 2,000 skill points left. Okay. So you'll see here, now we have an approximated time to Tech 9. That is 230 days. It's probably going to be more like 180. When all the events come through. Okay, now to do it all over again on this character. This is one of the downsides of having 3 characters that you're doing this with. You get to see me do the same thing 3 times. I think I'll be able to get level 4 there. What am I missing here? So we've got Battleship Command. We've got Battleship Defense. We've got Battleship Engineering, right? Yep. Got our drone skills. Okay, and then we just got our missile skills to do. Wow. Okay, so we're left with about 500,000 skill points to put into whatever I want. And I think that'll go into Large Drone Operation. Alright, so we have Large Drone Operation running on each of my characters. Let's go ahead and claim all the stuff. I have not yet bought my stuff yet. Nope, not gonna do that. %42% is really low, but I kinda just need the ISP. Okay. What are we working with on here? 3.9 billion. Let's look at a contract real quick and see if we can find a rattlesnake. Okay, there are no rattlesnakes on the market, I think. There we go. There's a few on the market. So there's one here. It's a rattlesnake with drone speed augmenter, CCC3, CCC3. Not really sure why he's got the bay loading accelerator. I'll destroy that. And the polycarbon, I'll destroy that too. So 2.9 billion is. That's actually really good. Let's have a look at some of our other options. $4 billion is he wants for a full fit, but he's got sniper pulsars. I'll go without that. I think we're gonna go ahead and accept this one. It is here in Jita. I'll go ahead and take that. It's got most of the stuff that I want anyway. Saved us a little bit of money by looking at that. We pretty much paid the same for a ship that costs, like a couple hundred million is more. So I'm gonna destroy that. That's not necessary. I'm gonna destroy this. Alright, so now we have one rattlesnake with most of the rigs that we actually need. That's really nice. So now that we're sitting on these ships, let me pull up Sweet. The missile rig is okay, but I would much rather have, like, EM resistance or, like an integrated rig instead of that, or another, like, drone DPS rig would be very nice. Okay, so let's pull up our fitting on the rattle. So we had two different fits for the rattle. This one is going to be the longer ranged fit with a shield booster and adaptive, damage control, that. You're looking at about 3,000 DPS from that. Is this using one EM reinforcer? Okay. So I think both of mine were using the EM screen reinforcer. This is pretty good. That's a good amount of EHP and stuff like that. That seems nice. Let's have a look at the other. That's the material. I don't know why I am cursed to always select the material at least once when I'm in here. Oh god. They did a dual tanked nightmare. Okay, so we give up about 500 or 600 DPS. But let's see here. Oh, that's a universal integrated. That's like if we would go maximum. Yeah, what? I don't remember what I had there. I thought it was integrated. Oh well. Okay, so 3 CCCs. Let's see our defenses here. Did I still have the EM? Yeah, so that puts me really quite good. Looks like we pretty much have one flex spot. And these were definitely drone speed. Okay. So with the defensive fit, which is what we're going to be using in... Ah, how did you get past my filter? Give me a minute. Let me find this. Okay. Good. Now I should catch all of those people. And let's make it right back into it here. So, I think since we're using the same EM with 2 speed 3s and then 3 CCCs, that's fine. We can swap between our Dormant Realm fit and our High-Sec fit very easily. We need to get our hands on a large Nosferatu, a Webifier, and a Target Painter. Welcome back, Jitter. Okay. Shield Extender, Invulnerability, Damage Control, Vulnerability, Reactive, another Extender there. I think I'll just put one Shield Booster there if I need to. Yeah. Okay. That seems good. I think we're gonna be happy with that. Okay, so high slots, we really have a choice between the long range missiles or we can go with the rapid missiles. I think if we're just running if we're just running the current event and we're running the encounters, we should be fine to just go with the rapids with normal ogres or something like that. However, if we do laboratory missions, we may want to have... I mean, we'll be fine with the Brawl fit anyway, even in the lab. I think the only lab we may not be able to handle would be the 5.5 million if a Cyan spawns. Dormant Realm's a little different. I need a Dormant Realm fit for the Rattlesnake. I think my tank fit will work. I just gotta swap one of the shield extenders for a shield booster. And that should carry us through like 110 pretty easily. I think. Okay, so we're just gonna go with rapids instead of the long range. I don't feel like the long range is gonna make enough of a difference for us. We have 5 high slots on the Rattlesnake, if I remember. Yes, 5 high slots. We're gonna get 5 C-type rockets. We're gonna get some drones, some large drones. Yeah, we'll definitely go slow on realms. I can definitely put like a micro warp drive on if we need to in 110. Yeah, you can use the core. I'm really debating on buying that core for these 3 rattles. I am so debating it. I've got the thermomagnetic storm core, but this new one is just so good. Let's pick up some ogres. Those are way too expensive. We're gonna pick up like 6 ogres. Just in case something dies in a dormant realm. Low slots. We need a C-type shield booster. Whatever the least expensive one is. That's 12 million. That's gonna be 3 million. Okay, we need shield hardeners. We're gonna need at least 3 of these, whichever one the cheapest C-type is. 499 versus 504. So we're gonna get 3 of these. We are also going to pick up a damage control. I'm thinking Federation Navy. But if I can get, like... That's just way too expensive, so yeah. If I can get, like, Imperial Navy or Federation Navy for fairly cheap, yeah, that's pretty good. We already have our damage modules, so we're good there. Let's go through mid-slots here. I need a large Nosferatu. Preferably an Imperial Navy would be best, but I'm running out of money a little bit. But I still have like 1.3 billion left on the market to deal with. Maybe an oop here would be fine. I mean, we're looking at 18 and 10, with 219 coming back to me. 18.4 and 10.4. But I'm gonna be paying like 40 million for that. I'm gonna be paying 40 million for an oop here anyway. I might as well just buy the good stuff. That hurts. I also need shield group shield boosters. So we're gonna grab 3 of these? 2 of these. 3 mid slots, so I would need to grab 2 of them. No, I can't. Okay, so we're gonna go with, a weapon fire. $5 million. 1.3 million. 1.2 million. Okay, I'll buy one of those. And then I need a target painter. Actually, I don't think I need the target painter. Maybe I will do a group shield booster. I think that sounds like a good idea. What are we looking at here? None there. None there. None there. None there. 31 million. How much difference do I get here? 305 versus 321. It's kind of worth. $31 million's a lot when I still have to buy 2 more rigs. Let me go buy my rigs first. I'm gonna buy a anti-EM reinforcer. 122 million. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that. What we're doing with this anti-EM screen reinforcer is closing a weakness on our ship that we had. Should just buy like 3 of them here and transfer it over to the others. I don't know, we'll see where we're at. I also need a drone rig. Drone speed augmenter is also very expensive. But I don't need that. I need the CCC. I need 3 of these. And I do need that drone rig. Because I don't have it on this character. Okay, so let's get those fit on here. Nosferatu, Web of Fire. We did not buy the group shield booster yet. Shield booster. Red. 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 Damage control. We'll steal the bat damage thing off of our other character. Okay. So we still have 2 or 3 upgrades here we can do. I have to take a couple of things off of here. Actually, do I really care about these Mark V hammerheads? I don't think I do. I think I'd rather have the prototypes. Don't need anything else on here, right? Nope, okay. What did you do, Snoopy? Oh no! How long of a flight was that? So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that for now. Good defense all around. I'm gonna have the damage control. And then let's go buy a large shield booster. Large group shield booster. We're having this group shield booster. Oh yeah, because I'm not Tech 9. Okay. Oh god. We're having these group shield boosters just because it'll help us in the long run. It'll give us a little bit of extra healing, and it won't use capacitor to try to keep us alive if we need it. It will also help our other ships that will have one as well. But, I forgot that you actually, need to be Tech 9 to use that one, so I need to get one that is a little cheaper. At Tech 7. There we go. I should have thought about that earlier. Okay, so there is our fit for right now. At Tech 8, we're pretty much equivalent to the Tech 10 jump character. The Tech 10 Day 1 character. We've got about the same DPS without even half the skills that that character has. Yeah, we kind of have to work around what we have available to us while maximizing our survivability and our DPS. So I think that's the fit that we're going with. This will get us through Tech 8, no problem at all. This will get us through Tech 9, no problem. It will also hold up to Tech 10. The only question I'll have to answer is, when we go to do Dormant Realms, I'll probably have to put another red on here, a yellow, and like a cat battery maybe, or a micro warp drive. Something like that. Hmm. My mouse must be dying. or something. Okay, so let's look at this ship. We need to get an EM and a CCC. Let's do that right away. If you really didn't want to go with a third CCC, I would highly recommend getting yourself like a targeting system subcontroller for the extra scan time or lock time. Okay, so we need 5 high slots, the mid slots, and the low slots. Alright. Large rapid. C-type is the only kind that we have. Make sure that's in Gina. Amplifier. Like I said, we're going for the cheapest one here, but still pretty good. Group shield booster. Mark 7. A C-type large shield booster. Which one was the cheapest? 4.4 and 3.2 and 12.9. Wow. Yes, we do still get prototype rigs through the first month of logging in. But after that, we haven't gotten any. Damage control. I believe we went with a... Which one did I go with? Federation Navy? And then I need the ogres. That should be our full fit here, other than the damage mods, which are on the... prophecy. we should be sitting almost the same kind of DPS. I think this one character is going to have a little bit more overall. Yeah, just like 30 DPS more. That's funny. Okay, now the hard character here is working with 509 million to its name. We're gonna have to buy a bunch of expensive combat rigs first. We're also gonna buy the engineering rig. And now we've run into our problem. Right, so we're gonna solve this problem here. That's your Cobra? Yeah, pretty much the same as what I'm gonna do. Minus the Surveyor. You went with offense ogres. What is that? What do you have in here? Field extenders. Anti-EM. Very nice. Anti-thermal. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, you actually have 4 mid slots. I only have 3, so I'm gonna have to go with only 1 group shield booster per ship. Which is still better than nothing. But I definitely need to, like, have that web of fire, I think. Especially since I don't have any implants yet. Okay, so how we fix this problem? Let me show you. Let me pull up my character's name there, Cadet Warner. We're going to create a contract. That's a contact. We're going to create a contract. Private. Actually, I should just be able to go under contacts. No. Okay. And I will pay him 400 million. And so that will send the contract over to this character, which we can now accept. And voila, now we have more money. Let's go back to the market here. Buy our CCC rigs now. That's ancillary power grid. So that is all of our rigs done. Let's grab our missiles. Grab our mid slots here. We've got drones to grab. We've got a large Nosferatu. And we're gonna have a large group shield booster. Okay, then we've got all of our low slots to get our hands on. Shield boosters. Large shield booster. That's a B-type. Yeah, for the relics, that should help a lot. Especially when you're running them alone. It won't be nearly as bad on when you've got a full fleet, though. Federation Navy is what I wanted. And we've got our other modules on the prophecies. As you can see, getting these 3 rattlesnakes up and running is not a cheap or easy thing to do when you're relying on Concord Pass for your income. I still need to buy a Web of Fire. On the plus side, we were able to transfer funds from one character to the next to keep my fitting going. I need 1 interdiction Web of Fire. I don't care if I got the different one. Okay, we have everything except for our DPS modules. Yeah, the few enemies that stay outside of range of that nanocore really hurt. But it's not horrible to try to deal with. Okay, now let's grab everything we've got in here. Actually, I'm gonna drop these drones back in the, cargo hold of the Prophecy. I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's head back to Perimeter, where we have a nanocore waiting for us, and a few other things.
Autopilot engaged. Undone.
So, something to think about right now. We just had that message pop up about not having fuel and whatnot. We'll have to get ourselves some fuel for that. And we all warp at the same speed now, so we can actually get, like, really nice interactions during warp. Hey, if anyone's available to go help Tapazoid, see if you can help him. Suroken. He's in Suroken. Suroken. Let's see if we can actually do that. Okay, where is Suroken? That's me. Okay, let's go on a rescue mission real quick. See if we can get there in time.
Fleet jump.
Yeah, I think somebody's in a, Tapazoid on our Discord is in a medium waste seeker.
Warp drive active.
Fleet jump.
Okay, we're going on a rescue mission for the first thing we do.
Warp drive active.
We're gonna change this to sort by name. Okay, it looks like they're all on sort by name.
Fleet jump.
Warp drive active.
Yep, I'll be, just one more jump away from helping this guy. Whew, rescue mission with the Alphas.
Fleet warp.
Yep, we're just gonna go rescue him.
Warp drive active.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's really far away. I'd be better off warping out, I think. Okay, let me, figure out where he is.
Warp drive active.
Fleet warp.
And we'll get there in a moment.
Warp drive active.
Let's see, we've got a 65-kilometer drone command range. Hopefully we'll be, like, almost on top of them. 114 still. It's still just so far away. We don't have a whole lot of range. Looks like he's got him, but... You know, it's a little hard to, keep up when I've got no flight speed. Here comes Susie. Good. Alright. So, well, while we didn't help much, I did try to make that work, but that's just really hard to triangulate where he's going. should have a pretty good time though. Definitely needs a little bit better drone command range. I think I fly at the same speed as the, Praxis. Okay.
Enemy
Yeah, last wave.
detected.
They're all after, Susie here. Alright, I think we can get
No
ourselves
pilots
gone.
engaged. Warp drive active.
Yeah, we'll hit us back. I really didn't do much there, I just kind of flew around and looked threatening. Would have been nice to have had a prop mod or longer drone command range. Also would have been really nice to have had, some guards instead, because that might have worked. Running the long-range weapons, missiles would have helped as well.
Warp drive active.
There's a lot I could have done there differently that I just didn't think about. Thank you, Susie, for everything you did there. You now have a free medium to run if you need to or want to. Yeah, I built these more for brawling, not range. Range is a bit hard on these. Yeah, having that Sun Chaser engine,
Warp drive active.
yeah, I don't know. He was like 100 kilometers away, so maybe the guards would have tracked that.
Warp drive active. Destination docking request accepted.
Let's grab what we can from the event page. some more stuff. I need large drone operation. Oh, you want the integrated ogres? Ooh, what a spicy upgrade that is. That'll be a good one. Alright. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go to the Corp wallet. And we're gonna deposit every single amount of ISK that we have extra. Because we used our ISK outside of our normal uses. We're gonna start from scratch at Tech 8. Yeah, better tracking and a little bit different speed is nice. Oh, you think you want to drop the Omni for... Interesting. It might work. Alright, so while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves the Thermomagnetic Storm Core. Oh no, we have the Rattlesnake Ascension Core, not the Thermomagnetic Storm Core. Well, that makes us a tough choice. Okay, so we actually do need this because that thermomagnetic box does not go to the rattlesnake. I don't think it will. Yeah. Okay. So we do need these Concord boxes. So we're gonna go with the Concord boxes then. We're gonna go with the Faction Battleship box. And we'll hold on to the thermomagnetic box for when we get something else. So now my next thing I need to look at, which nanocore is going to be best for us. Drone damage, drone tracking, inertia. Drone damage, shield, and flight velocity. Drone damage, shield, and flight velocity. Drone tracking as the first option. Drone tracking or shield booster amount. Drone tracking, drone range, and warp speed. So it's between the Trailblazer or the Sky, I believe. I think Trailblazer's probably better for the drone tracking speed and the drone damage. When we have the AI core. And then we can get more drone tracking. Or shield boost amount. We also have drone flight velocity. Yeah, let's go with the Trailblazer. I think that flight speed is what it's gonna make the difference. Okay. Does this have anything that I want? No. This will be the first time we have a battleship nanocore. They're not much different. But every little bit helps. For now, I'm going to choose drone damage, because most things we go up against won't need the tracking. Actually, yeah. I think I'm going to go drone tracking until we can get the AI core. Okay, so it's telling me that we can customize the ship. I really just like the Garista's look. The Trailblazer just looks really awkward. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the, baristas. And we'll just change the thing here. We'll go like blue. We'll go red. And this one will go like green, maybe? Something noticeable. Red, green, and blue. Okay, so now, if we look under the Intelligent Nanocore, we're gonna have to get 120 of these Tesseract cores just to activate the gold core, and then we'll need another however many to activate AI. So our prophecy, which was putting out about 400 DPS, anywhere between like 397 and 420. These things are putting out almost 2,000 DPS. What a difference that's gonna make for our clear times. Yeah, the basic battleships are actually pretty cheap to get a nanocore set up on. Let's check our hangars, see if we have anything that we can use. Okay, we have a couple of planetology chips. Let's go ahead and use those. Do I have anything that would give me Tesseract cores? I know why that one has so. These two have so many. They had to roll the Concord pass a lot more. Let's just see what we roll. We got 8. Nice. Let's also use our planetary chips here. Alright, what else can we do here? Well, we just unlocked planetary. So let's get some fuel going. We're in Perimeter, which has a lot of good fuel locations. So that one's going to have 198. This one's going to have 207. This will help supplement that large group shield booster. The more planets we have, the more fuel we'll have sitting in our hangar, which we can also use as income. I'm someone who values fuel a lot, and I have to be able to mine that fuel very quickly. Because on my main characters, we use fuel a lot. I mean, we have multiple capital ships that constantly consume fuel. And it takes every bit of my planetary to keep them going. We will probably have to make some ISK today. How much is it from the next planetary? 2.9 million. And right now we have no money on any of our accounts. So that's good. That'll give us a reason to run some missions. While we're here, we need to set our orbit. So we're going to set that to 0. Make sure that's always 0. We're also going to... What else were we going to do? We were going to check our settings to make sure all the battle settings are on default. Yep, all on default. Because that's the way our ships are going to work. God, I hate that there are so many things that want you to collect it. Oh no, I will not need fuel in like 2 more days. I'll have so much fuel that it won't matter to me. Look how cool these ships look sitting in the hangar. They're so nice. Alright, let's check out our encounters. We have to update our encounters first. So if we go to news, we haven't been able to do this since Tech 6, when we updated it. So now we gotta select our hard missions. No! No! I done messed it up! Oh. I hate when I mess things up. Anyway, those will reset in about 19 minutes when I refresh them. But we have 2 characters that are sitting nicely on the missions here. make sure you check all of your missions, because things do hide a little higher or lower in the list. We got a good amount of missions here. We'll do some cheap missions as well that we were doing in Tech. Tech 6 and Tech 7. Just to give you an idea of how big of an increase this is, going from the prophecies and then now going up to the rattlesnakes. It's gonna be wild in terms of our income per hour, but also just like our 3 prophecies were at about 1,100 DPS between the 3 of them, and one of these rattlesnakes is 1,900 DPS. We're way over excelling above our prophecies. So this will be the last time that you see the title Alpha to Omega. The next thing you will see is probably just gonna be me running Iron Man, because there's not a whole lot for me to show off. There's a lot for me to do, but showing it off on these characters isn't always the best. I know I still need to show off running Dormant Realms with these characters, working all the way through that. So that'll be at least like 2 or 3 videos. But after that, I really don't know what else to show other than us running missions and making our Omega for the month. And like that first month, trying to show you what's necessary to do that. So something to think about. Each of these missions gives me 900,000 ISK. The bounty tick from each one is probably an additional, like, 500,000 or so per mission. That means we would have to do 1,000 missions in a month. It's like 1,250 missions a month at this level of the 900 ISK plus the bounty tick from each one. In order to make Omega. That's a lot. The way you bring that down is by running Dormant Realms, doing the Concord Pass like you've been doing, and that should get you pretty close. Concord Pass will get you almost 1 billion. I think we were looking at like 700-ish million every month on the Concord Pass. Dormant Realms, if you can run level 10, will get each character about 400 to 750 million per character on average. That means you really only have to make like 300 million in the background in between the Dormant Realms and Concord Pass. That's not a lot, especially at this level. But you do absolutely have to run Dormant Realms if you want to make your life easy. If you're in a position where you can afford to AI or gold for the rattlesnakes, you can run 300 missions no problem within a month. You can run AI for about 8 hours a day, and that should go through about... On the rattlesnake at this tier, you should max out your missions within like 3 or 4 hours, I would think. If you're running AI. Hey, we got some ISK. Alright. We've still got some items sitting on the market here. Let's see the store. And let's see what kind of materials we have available for Nanocore. Okay, so that's just normal. That would give us 20 Tesseract Store Cores and 20 Amethyst. If we were to get, we need 70 more. That's like 320 Aurum. That's quite a bit. What other options do we have? Hi, Phoebe. Good to see you. Look what we have. See, that one gets you 60 for 480. We get a better deal out of going for 4 of those things in the event. Oh, thank you, Kubi. I appreciate it. Wow. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that subscribed today. You are so awesome. And thank you, Jenner, for all the, gifted subscriptions. That was awesome as well. I really appreciate it. Your guys' support will go a long way for me being able to show you guys the new content. And I want to continue to provide those Dormant Realm Mondays and help you guys out as much as possible as well. Okay, I guess we're gonna head to Perimeter. Or, Foreign, actually. Let me change the fleet up a little bit. We're gonna make everyone a squad deputy. And now we're gonna head to Foreign. Not Foreign Federal. We want Foreign.
Autopilot engaged. Undocking.
Only 1,814 more subs. That's funny. Oh, look at that nice blue, green, and red here. Oh god, it's crashing. Nice. Come on, BlueStacks. You know you can do it. I know you can do it. Ah, thank you. Thank you for the bits, Timmy. Nice. Thank you so much. BlueStacks is having issues. Oh my god. Yeah, let's try this again. I'll get it eventually. Come on, BlueStacks. I know you can do it. What's giving you trouble? It's just taking BlueStacks a really long time to try to launch. One of the many problems with having an emulator. It's doing things, it's just not doing the things that I want it to. Okay, let me try shutting down all of the BlueStacks. And see if that saves it at all. What are they doing? Just so you know, I'm still here. Wow, BlueStacks is just having a problem altogether. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to shut down the stream. I'll restart it after restarting my computer. Maybe that'll fix it. Thank you for joining me. I will see you very soon, hopefully. And thank you all for the support. It means a lot. It really does. Like I said, I really want to take the support and put it into the channel and get you guys the content on new stuff day one as much as possible. That's my goal. So I'll be back in a minute.